Hello and a very warm welcome to you. My name is Jacqueline Tipping-Shute from The Joy of Living, and however you found your way to us today, I'm very, very pleased to meet you and delighted to be sharing a little bit of time with you. So to get us underway, we're here now today to share a webinar together on joyful, wealthy and worthy me. So if this is what you're looking for, then you're definitely in the right place. So what I'd like to do is to kick us off is to share a few slides with you, and then we'll get on to some other areas. So I'll just do that straight away now. So here we are, joyful, wealthy and worthy me. So approximately this is going to be about an hour of power. It might be a little bit less, but we're going to have an amazing time together. So if you're really fed up with your money challenges and you want to discover something else, then you're in the right place. So let's get a move on with this then. So today's the day. Let's set your intention very clearly. That today or tonight or wherever you are when you're watching this, that today is today to clear some of the things that are holding you back from living your best life possible. So I would encourage you to set your intention. We're going to be looking at unlocking some limiting beliefs, looking at how you can move into living in unlimited abundance, some secrets to increase your wealth, and some other opportunities that are going to be coming your way. So I would encourage you to have some water with you, a pen and paper, and let's go. So just as a start off then, I am not a financial planner, a doctor or a psychologist, and it's your responsibility to take 100% care for your own well-being. So this webinar is intended for educational purposes, and if you'd like to visit my website, there are further details about disclaimer. Excellent. So who am I then? So some of you will know me and some of you won't know me. So I'm a wife and a mother of two beautiful children. I'm an avid learner and a lover of life, and I am passionate about lots and lots of different things, and one of them is about interacting and assisting other people. So I'm also originally from England, and I've been living in Australia for over 30 years in Adelaide, and I love it here. I also love to travel, and I've been to many parts of the world. Okay, so a little bit about my background then. So I have had a keen interest in finance, and I have done a lot of self-study. I have also studied over the years the law of attraction. I'm Chief Finance Officer in my house, and I've been very successful along the way. I've also had a significant professional career in education, training and development, especially in the corporate world. And I have many qualifications in business and education. In the more recent years, in the last 8 years, I've been studying a lot of more complementary, alternative types of practice, and some of these include being an EFT practitioner and also a faster EFT advanced practitioner. So that's kind of a little bit about me in a nutshell. Okay, so what's possible? So when I was about 7, I can remember visiting a relative who had the most amazing view from their house. It was completely panoramic. And I thought, I would like to live by the water. I would like to have a panoramic view like that, because where we lived, we didn't have a panoramic view. And I realized along the way, as I was pulling everything together for the program that I'm working on, and kind of looking at some of the rules and recommendations for finance, wealth, accrual and so on, that I'd actually been doing a lot of these for a long, long time. On and off, in a little bit patchy in places, but I've got a lot better at it. And so this view is the view from my house where I live with my husband, and previously with my family that have now grown. And we've been living here for about 10 years. And previously we lived in a house with a similar type of view, but not quite as good, for about 25 years. So this is what is possible. Part of the law of attraction, part of being really clear about what you want. The life I lead now with my husband is fantastic. We have many choices. We have accrue different properties along the way. We've been able to travel. We've been able to do all sorts of things. We are able to work part-time, not because we have to, but because we want to, and we love our work and love doing the things that we're doing. So I tell you this as what is possible. So I have to say that for part of my life, I've definitely been running on the program of you've got to work hard, you've got to save hard. But I have definitely cleared a lot of that stuff. There's still a little bit of work in progress, but some of you might be able to relate to this as well. So the purpose of this webinar and others to come is to share what I worked out, and some of these things I've worked out the hard way, but some of the things I've worked out, hey, there's actually an easier way of doing this. So I share that with you in goodwill. I'd also have to say that with the last 10 years, we've spent the most amount of money that we've ever spent in our life, and we've probably also received the most amount of money in our life. So giving out, receiving, giving, going in, going out. So the flow has been really, really good. So yes, so this is something that you will have your own dreams and aspirations, and hopefully we'll be able to get to some of those. So just moving on now. So tonight I'd like to share a little bit about the mind. I can only share a little bit really, or today, a little bit about the mind, but it is a key fundamental starting point if we're looking at the law of attraction and how can we take our power back, how can we move forward. So the first thing I put down here is that our thoughts are really very powerful, that it's estimated that we may have about 70,000 thoughts a day, and often a lot of those thoughts are non-helpful, non-life enhancing, and they may be repetitive and they may be negative. So these are things that we're holding in our mind. So also a key principle from some of the modalities that I'm following and particularly keen on, because I know that they bear excellent results, is that we are successfully producing what we hold. And what we hold are our memories, our beliefs, and our feelings. And so that is helping to create and attract what we're having within us. So if what you have in your life now is a result of what you're holding, then if there are areas that you're not happy with, for instance, your lack of wealth or your lack of worthiness or lack in some other areas, then maybe some of the keys lie in what you're holding, in your memories, your beliefs, and your feelings. So if we look at the mind, most of us know that the mind is made up of the conscious mind and the subconscious mind or unconscious mind. So it's a bit like an iceberg. So on the top of the iceberg, we've got the conscious mind, and underneath we've got the subconscious mind. Now it's estimated that about 95% of the time that the subconscious or unconscious is actually running the show. So many of our decisions are actually coming from here, which are actually old programs. So it's a bit like having an old computer program, an old computer that's still running on programs from the past. So many of these beliefs are created when we're younger, but they can also be created through the rest of our life. But really, many of them are not serving us. So if we think about it, for instance, if you're driving to work or driving to the shops, and then you get to the shops and then you think, well, I don't actually remember getting here. That actually is your subconscious that has all the resources. It knows how to do it, knows where to turn, knows how to drive that car. When you first learned to drive the car, it was very complicated, but it's actually taken you there. So all those resources are there. And so that is with many parts of our lives and our thinking and our decision making, that they're coming from the subconscious, and a lot of the beliefs are at an unconscious level. So another key principle here is where you focus, this is what you will get more of. So if we focus on things that we don't want, like lack, there's too many bills, there's too much going out, that's what we will actually get more of, as opposed to focusing perhaps on the abundance of the good things that are in our lives, the money that is coming to us in a variety of forms, or wealth that's coming into a variety of forms, then this is then we were likely to get more of this. So Yes, so it's like running on a very old computer. Now, I just actually upgraded my computer the other day, and I didn't really realize how slow it was running until I took it to the computer hospital. Well, actually, I think he's a computer whisperer, and he worked his magic, and so now my computer is super fast, and it's magic. It does lots of wonderful things. So really, our brain's kind of a little bit like that. We often don't realize when it's getting bogged down, and it's actually quite easy to turn these things around. So, do you want an upgrade? If that's the case, then you've come to the right place. So one of the things that we look at in some of the modalities that I'm particularly keen on is we're looking at the mind. It's very important to work out a whole number of things that we're actually kind of creating in our lives ourselves. And one of the other tools, the aspects or tools that we use is the tapping points. So I put up a picture here to show the meridian lines, and there is scientific research to show that these are so, and these are the meridians that are running through the body, connected to all the vital organs that we have. So when we're actually running through the tapping points, so that's up above here and on the side of the eye, underneath the eye, and on the collarbone, these are all key meridian areas, and the final one is grabbing the wrist and taking a deep breath in and blowing it out. But as we go through the webinar now, I'll be showing you how to do that. But I just wanted to put that in place for you so that you can see that clearly, and the link. So when people are doing acupuncture and acupressure, these are the very areas that they're working on. But we're using our fingers. It's very convenient, and this is one way of doing it. Okay, so where is it used, this funny thing called tapping? And some of you may be very familiar with it, and some of you may not. Well, it's actually used in a whole lot of places all over the world, and in different scenarios. So it was used in the Olympic Games. We could see key athletes actually tapping. It's used in the schools. More and more schools are open to this, teachers and children. So it's a fantastic tool to be used in a variety of ways to help with stress, with emotions. There's a lot of famous people that are on board with it. People like Whoopi Goldberg has used it to help with her fear of flying. There are airlines around the world which are using it to help people with phobias. So phobia to flying, and then actually letting them achieve that. So it's fantastic right across the board, and it's also being used in the corporate world as well, and it's growing and growing with more and more momentum. So it's a fantastic tool. All right, so I might just leave it there for a moment, and we'll come back there in a little while. So welcome back. Here we are. So what I'd like to do now is we'll just do a little bit of practical work with you. So if you would like to take your pen and paper, and then away we go. So the first thing I'd like to ask you is, what does money mean to you? So just think about that for a moment. What does money mean to you? And if you could just jot that down on your piece of paper, and I'll just give you a few minutes to do that. What does money mean to you? Okay, so some of the things that you might be coming up with is perhaps security, or freedom, or stress, or fun, or problems, and there may be other things. So just relating to that at the moment. Okay, and then just moving on to the next question. So what is your situation currently with money? What is your current situation? What is your current situation with money like? Wealth, worthiness. So you might have struggle, or there's not enough, the bills, the good, the bad. So just notice everything that you've got written down there now. Looking at your checking account, looking at your bank account, looking at your savings, at the spending, the outgoings. Okay. So just notice everything about that now, taking a look at that, and we're going to do a few rounds of tapping together. So what I'd like to encourage you to do is to take a look at that list, notice all the emotions that are coming up there, notice how you know that, whether you can see it, feel it, hear it, smell or taste it, just notice all of that. All right, now make it as big as possible. The bigger it is, the faster it goes. You can give that a rating out of 10, 10 being really strong, and 0 being no charge at all, and just make that as big as possible. Go there now for the last time. And now just before you go on, just imagine you had a tree in front of you. If we pulled out the roots of a tree, what would happen to a tree without roots? It would fall over and die. Okay. All right, so everybody that's there now, notice how you know, and let's tap together. Group tapping is really fantastic. Doesn't matter where you are, it's really, really amazing. So, and remember, it's also very de-stressing because it helps to de-stress the body as we're working through those meridian points and the acupressure points. So let's start tapping. Notice how you know. So releasing and letting it go, just repeating after me between the eye. All the sadnesses, all the fears, all the emotional traumas, all the anger, the resentments, the guilts, the judgment, all the feelings of abandonment, all the feelings of betrayal, all the feelings of helplessness and hopelessness, those feelings of being out of control, all those feelings of rejection, and everything else. It's safe to let this go now, and it's time to let this go now. Okay, and then just take a big deep breath in, big deep breath out, lower it out, and then just go to the wrist and just give your wrist an extra big squeeze. And just go to your happy place. So find a happy place where you feel really relaxed, calm. It could be by the beach, in nature, a dog, a baby, somewhere. Just be there and just give your wrist an extra big squeeze just as you're getting there. Excellent, excellent. All right, so let's just go back. Look at your piece of paper with all the things that you've got written down. There's the checking account. There's the savings account, all that money that's going out, all that struggle, there's not enough, the bills, the stress, the worry, and everything else about that. So just notice how you know that, everybody. Notice how you know that, and let's start tapping again. Releasing and letting go. That feeling right there, everything I can see, everything I can hear, money, all that money, the money problems, the money struggle, the bills, the checkbooks, and everything else. Everything that represents, safe to let it go, and it's time to let it go. Okay, go to the wrist and take a big deep breath in and a big deep breath out. Peace. All right, very good. All right, so everybody going okay? All right, very good. Okay, so we'll just do, I think we'll do one more round on that. So just notice everything that's coming back up. And there may be other things that are coming up. There may be other sensations in your body. You may have an image of something. You may have a memory of something. So just notice that, your current situation with money. Looking at all the bank accounts, the money going out, not enough coming in, and everything else. And just putting any words that you have as we're tapping through these rounds, put those in as well. Okay, so let's go again. Everybody start tapping, releasing and letting it go. Everything I've got written down on my page, that money, that current situation, that stress, the dependency on others for money, the lack of funds, all the ways it's just so thin on the ground, not enough to go around, all the ways I just have to watch what I'm spending, all the ways I just have to be so careful, and all the ways I just feel so trapped. I'm not earning anymore, don't know what to do, It's too much. I don't know how to get it out of here. Not feeling worthy. Not feeling like I deserve it. Too much stress. Everything I've heard, seen and felt about money. Letting it go now at the deepest possible level. Okay, go to the wrist. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Peace. Just close your eyes and just go to your happy memory and just be there now. Feeling whatever it is you feel in your happy memory. Joyful, happy, peaceful, abundant. Okay, good. So now hopefully everyone's feeling good, and the number, you may notice now too that the number is coming down. So it may have been quite high to begin with, and that it would be coming down. Now, because of the interest of time, I do need to keep moving here. If your number is still quite high, you can go back on the replay and just bring this down again, or tap on yourself, because you can always come back to tapping on yourself. Okay, so let's keep moving then. So let's move on. I've got another question for you. So what is your fear with money? What is your fear around having money? So often our fear and doubt block the flow of money. So here we're wanting to identify your fears and your blocks. So I'll just give you a few minutes now to just connect with that and to write that down, please. What is your fear around money? What is your fear about having money? What bad thing will happen if you have money? Okay, so just giving you just a little bit more time to just unpack those. I'm just allowing them to just bubble up now and just to flow. Okay, so you should have a few things written down now. So notice all the things that you've got written down. We'll do a couple of rounds on this, and then you can start building in your own into what you've got, okay? So let's start with this. So again, so looking at your list, notice how you know all that fear of having money, all the fear with money, the resistance, bad things will happen if you have that money. So notice how you know any feelings, any sensations, anything you can hear, smell or taste. Start tapping now, releasing and letting go. All the sadnesses, all the fears, all the emotional trauma, all the anger, the resentment, the resistance, the guilt, the feelings of not being good enough, all that tension, all those feelings of helplessness, of hopelessness, the embarrassment, the humiliation, all the memories attached to this, all the resources attached to this, all that fear, all the feelings of being helpless and hopeless, feeling out of control, all that rejection, the abandonment, the betrayal, and all that guilt, all the guilt. Safe to let this go, and it's time to let this go. Okay, go to the wrist. Big deep breath out. Peace. Go to your happy memory. See it, hear it, feel it. Smell and taste it. Make it really, really strong now. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So just coming back again. So just looking at the list again. All that fear, there it is. It's all sitting there. You've had this for quite a long time. All the fear and the doubt and all the bad things that happen, have happened when you have money. So just notice all of that. looking at that list. It might have been getting bigger. You might want to add some more things to the list that are bubbling up. So just notice how you know. Notice how you know that in your body. Okay, start tapping. Releasing, letting go. Everything this list represents. All the memories that are attached to this. All the resources that are attached to this. Those feelings right there. Everything I can see. Everything I can feel. Smell and taste. That fear. That fear. Oh my God. Let it go. Let it go. I want to let it go. I don't want to let it go. I want to let it go. I don't want to let it go. It's time to let it go. What if it could be safe to let it go? Just letting it all go now. Okay, go to the wrist. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Peace. Just give your wrist a big squeeze just when you get to that really nice place. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so just coming back again, notice what's changed and notice what's still coming back up. So look at that list again. Anything else you want to add to that? Notice how strong that feeling is or how strong that is. So rating out of 10, I'd like to give that a rating out of 10 as well. 10 is really strong and 0 is nothing. So you may be noticing it starting to come down or it might have gone up. So notice how you know that. Let's do another round of tapping together. So releasing and letting go. All this number represents everything through my life, all the memories, release and let go, the tension, the guilt, the responsibility, the not being responsible, the feeling of being trapped, all the ways that my kids might suffer if I lose it. What if I lose it? What will people say? What will people want? People might want things from me. Release and let go, all the judgment, all the false friends, all the ways we might not have holidays, all the ways we might really lose it. We might really lose what's important. And release and let go, all the family might want the money if we have money, letting it go. Never enough and everything else about that. Okay, go to the wrist, big deep breath in, big deep breath out. Peace. Excellent, 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 excellent. Very good. All right, let's come back again. Let's notice what's changed and notice what's still coming up. So have a look at your list, a piece of paper, and look at any remaining fears. Give it a number out of 10, noticing if it's going up or staying the same or going down. Okay, so just make that as strong as possible. The stronger it is, the faster it goes. So we'll just do another round of tapping. Notice how you know that number right there. Okay, tapping, let it go, letting it go. Letting it go at the deepest possible level now. All this fear, all this doubt, everything it represents. All those bad things that might happen if I have money. All those bad things that do happen when I have money. All that resistance, all the doubts, all the fears, all this emotional trauma. Letting it go. That guilt, the responsibility, and everything else I've got written on my list. There's a part of me knows exactly what this is about, and I'm willing and open to the possibility of letting it go. What if I could really let it go? What if I could really let go of all these obstacles that are in the way of me living my best life, abundant, wealthy, worthy, letting it go. Everything that's standing in my way, just letting it go now at the deepest possible level. Go to the wrist, big deep breath in, big deep breath out. Peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So you might notice now starting to feel a bit better about this. The number's probably coming down now quite considerably, we hope. So just notice we'll just do one more round because there might be just a couple of things just hanging around as they do. So just connecting back with that now and just set the intent now to clear this out. Any remaining fears that have been hidden away, wherever they are, whatever they represent. Any images, any sounds, anything you can feel, any smells or any tastes, all that fear around money, having money, being without money, all the doubts about making money, about being wealthy. Okay, so notice how you know again, and let's do the last round of tapping on this one. So letting it go. Everything I'm holding on to, that last little bit, wherever that's hidden, all the fear, the doubts about money, the doubts about the fear about having money, the bad thing that will happen when it goes, bad thing it will happen if I'm actually wealthy, and worthy and joyful, letting it go at the deepest possible level now. What if I could start to see things differently? What if I could start to hear things differently? What if I could start to feel, smell, and taste things differently? What if I could be open to the possibility of being joyful, wealthy, and worthy? Now that's a consideration. It's okay to let go of all that fear, everything that every way that it was serving me, trying to protect me, trying to keep me safe, whatever that's about. There's a part of me knows. I'm just letting it go today. Make that intention, set that intention to let it go. I'm letting it go now. Okay, go to the wrist and a big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Peace. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Well done, everybody. Well done. Fantastic. Okay, so that number should definitely have come down from where it was. It may have been quite high to begin with. It may have bobbed up and down a little bit, but it should definitely have come down. If it hasn't come down completely, then you could do a few more rounds after this and just notice how you know. It's exactly how I've said before. You can replay it again and go over it. So we are making progress through the wealth, the money, consciousness, and the programs that we've got in our mind. Okay, good, excellent. So let's move on then. So let's move on to looking at beliefs. So beliefs are really repetitive thoughts that we have, and a lot of them are formed at a very young age because we're like sponges when we're little, sort of to pre-being born really, up until 7, we're like sponges. We just take everything in, goes into our subconscious. And these are like the steering wheel, really, of our life. And through our life, we are accruing other beliefs as well. So it's like a repetitive thought, and this is meant to help us, to guide us, to keep us safe. And a lot of these are very, very useful. But by the time we get to whatever age you're at now, maybe 20, 30, 40, 50, some of those beliefs no longer serve us anymore. So that's when we come back to talking about getting a computer upgrade. It's time for change. So, but often these beliefs are unconscious. Some of them are conscious, but some of them are unconscious. Some of them are repetitive things that we've heard a lot as children, which we'll find as we're going through this now. So what I'd like you to think about is, what beliefs around money can you currently connect with? And just write those down on your piece of paper. So beliefs that you are aware of. So just to give you a bit of a clue, you may already be writing, that's fantastic. But some other common beliefs are: there's never enough, money doesn't grow on trees, you're going to lose it all, you have to work really hard, you have to save really hard. So yeah, so just getting that momentum now. So just see whatever else comes up for you now. So some others that you may be coming to are: we don't deserve it, you don't deserve it, I don't deserve it, we can't afford it, there's a scarcity or lack mentality, I'm not worthy, we're not worthy, not deserving, money is the root of all evil, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, money won't buy you happiness and you can't buy happiness. So just notice all of those, and notice the ones that you've got. And what we'll do is we'll do a little bit more tapping on this. And all tapping is really good, and it's really helpful for the body, and it's really helpful in terms of getting a lot of clarity and ahas and helping us to move on. So just looking at those beliefs that you've got there, some of the ones that I've been talking about, and some of the ones you've got written down. So just notice all of those beliefs. We're just going to stack them all up at the moment, and then we'll zoom in. Okay, so here we go. So notice how you know. see, feel, hear, smell and taste it, all those beliefs and everything that they represent. Start tapping, release and letting go. All these beliefs, there's never enough. Money doesn't grow on trees. All the ways we're going to lose it, you've got to work hard, work hard, work hard. Although you've got to save hard, you're going to do it the hard way. We can't afford it. I can't afford it. I'm not worthy. I don't deserve it. Money is the root of all evils. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Money can't buy your happiness. All that scarcity and everything else that represents and everything else that you've got written down on that paper. It's time to see it differently. It's time to hear it differently. Time to feel it differently. Letting it go now at the deepest possible level. Stretch the wrist. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Peace. Just go to your happy memory for a minute. We'll just take a little break. Excellent, 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 excellent. Okay, so just coming back again. So looking down at that sheet with all those beliefs and they're just bouncing out. There may be some more that have come into your head, some more that you heard as a child growing up, because we get so much of this from our parents, but there may be others from a partner or friends. So just looking at that list, notice how you notice how things have changed, and notice what is still coming up. Releasing and letting it go. Everything that this belief represents, all the memories, all the resources, that feeling right there, everything I can see, can hear, smell and taste, letting it go at the deepest possible level now. What if I could be free? What if I could actually be liberated from these beliefs? No, I want to hold on to them. They're very important. They're keeping me safe. All the ways they're keeping me safe. All the ways I thought they were keeping me safe. But what if I could get an upgrade, just like Jacqueline's saying? That might actually be better. Being open to that possibility of letting those beliefs go. Everything they represent. The sadness, the fears, the emotional trauma, the anger, the resentment, the guilt, the judgment, the abandonment, betrayal, helplessness and hopelessness, feelings of no control, and everything else, all the rejection, just letting it go now. Go to the wrist, big deep breath in. Peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Really good. Very good, everybody. Fantastic. All right, let's go back again. Now, what I'd like to do is let's zoom in on, select a couple that are standing out now. Just pick two that have the strongest charge for you. And I will pick two and you add them as we're going through, okay? All right, so notice how you know that. Again, let's start tapping. Release and letting go. Those beliefs right there, everything I've heard, all those voices, everything I've felt, everything I keep telling myself, going round and round and round in my head. You've got to work hard. You've got to save hard. Don't give it away. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Letting it all go now. What if I could let it go? What if I could start to see and hear and feel things differently now? I'm not sure if I'm ready to let it go. Letting it go. Open to that possibility of letting it go. What if I could start feeling that I do deserve it? What if it would be okay to have money? What if it would be okay to receive more money? What if I could be me being money? What if it would be okay? What if people would still like me if I have money? It's okay to be me. It's okay to be wealthy. And it's okay to be worthy. Go to the wrist, a big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Peace. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Excellent. Okay, so just coming back, doing a great job, everybody. Really, really good. Well done. Let's go back again now. Look at those beliefs. Single those two out that you've got now. And just notice that they're starting to come down now too. So just notice the strength of that. Everything that strength represents, that's that charge that's still there, that emotion that's still there, everything that's sitting behind that, sitting on it, sitting with it. Okay, those two beliefs, zoom in on those beliefs. Maybe one that's standing out now is really the most important one. So just notice how you know, start tapping. The beliefs, all these limiting beliefs, everywhere they came from, everywhere I've taken them on to be mine, everywhere I made that decision that I needed them, everyone that helped me with these. What if I could start to see, hear and feel them differently now? What if I could select the ones that are really life-enhancing for me, which are helping me on my journey? What if I could make peace with the rest, thank them, and just let them go? Get an upgrade. That's what we're doing here today. We're getting an upgrade. Getting an upgrade. What if I could be open to that possibility of letting those old things go, all those old beliefs, all the things that are keeping me small, keeping me poor? Letting it go. Letting it go. Go to the wrist. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Peace. Excellent. All right, so just notice what's happening with that belief now, one or two that you're working on now that are still there. Go back now. Connect with it now. And just notice everything that's still left. So you might need to close your eyes to do that. Notice everything that's left about that belief. The emotions that's still sitting behind it, the resources, the memories. And just notice how that's starting to change now. Okay, let's do another final round of tapping, I think, on this. It's okay to let that go. That last part of that limiting belief. It's okay. I've been open to the possibility of seeing things differently, of getting some other beliefs, of seeing that belief in a different way, feeling that belief in a different way, hearing that belief in a different way. What if I could just be open that money just flow to me? What if I could just be open to the fact that that it's easy? It just flows to me, that I deserve it, that it's okay to have it, that it's okay to spend it. It's okay to be me, wealthy and worthy and joyful. In fact, joyful, wealthy and worthy me. Joyful, wealthy and worthy me. And letting go of any resistance, anything that's standing in the way of that. Letting that go at the deepest possible level now. It's time to have some fun. Time to have some fun with the money. So with wealth, opening up to that now. Fully opening up to that now. Okay, go to the wrist and a big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Please. Close your eyes and go to your happy place, wherever that is. Fantastic. You're doing really, really well. And thanks for staying with me. We're still going. Still got a little bit more to go because we want to clear that stuff out, don't we? We're getting that proper upgrade tonight. So, okay, so hopefully that would have come down now, the belief, one or two maybe, and we made a little bit of kind of gone across the top of some of the others. But that's the process that you can use to actually work on some of the other beliefs. And then we're getting to the point where we're actually starting to change that belief from something that's more negative, less life-enhancing, to something that's more life-enhancing that really serves you. So there's a conscious choice that is made here. Now, it may be that you might have to do some other work around this to release some of the others, but this is a really good starting point and gives you the flavour of what we're working on and what is possible. All right, so let's get moving on to the last piece here of the tapping section, and let's look at what you do want. This one's probably a lot more fun. So, and you might be ready now to be open to that. So what is it that you do want? So I'd like you to just think about that in terms of wealth and abundance and money. So I'll just give you a few minutes to jot that down on your piece of paper. So what is it that you do want? What is it that you do want regarding finances, money, worthiness? Okay, so let's just have a look at your list, and I'll just pull up a few things that I've got here, and you may have some of those and you may have something different, and that's all good. So you might have what you want is freedom, an easy flow, a flow of money, that there's more than enough, that it's all okay, that you're able to travel, that you're able to feel and be successful, that you're able to have good health, that there's unlimited abundance, that you have vacations, that you have a carefree life, that you have good balance, and that it all comes with ease. So just, you might want to add anything else to your list from anything I've got there, and other things may well come to you. It's limitless, basically, just like wealth and finances. So let's go back now, and we're gonna tap this in now, okay? So, and notice everything you've got down there. It's okay to receive. What if I could be really open to receive? What if I could actually have what I want? What if that was possible? There's more than enough to go around. There's an abundance in the world. It's okay. And it's okay to be me. And it's okay to open up. Opening up to all those possibilities of freedom, of travel, of success, of good health, of unlimited wealth. Everything that I desire. It's okay to be me. It's okay to open up. And it's okay to receive. Balance, ease, it's all working out. To the wrist, a big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Peace. All right, so just closing your eyes now and just really connecting with everything that you want, how you want your life to be, who you want to be, how that's going to be for you moving forward. And just notice all that joyful wealth and worthiness. Notice what that looks like, sounds like, feels like, smells and tastes like. And just make that bigger and bigger and stronger in your body. That wealth flowing to you, money flowing to you, freedom, enough to meet your desires. Worthy, worthy, worthy me. Allowing you to travel, to have good health, to be unlimited, to have limitless abundance, to be abundant, to go on holidays, to have beautiful holidays, to live a carefree life, to make good choices, all that balance and all that ease. It's getting better and better and better and better, opening up to the infinite possibilities for joyful, wealthy and worthy me. And just notice how that really is amazing. Everything you can see, make the colours brighter, make those sounds really, really appealing, a little bit louder. Get those feelings inside of you. So it feels fantastic. You feel really, 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 really good. And notice any smells and any tastes. It's just divine, joyful, wealthy and worthy me. You can just sit in this space for a moment with your eyes closed, just appreciating that, being really grateful for this. I'm so grateful that you're opening up to these possibilities. It's actually much easier than you thought. What are the infinite possibilities for you now moving forward? How does it get any better than this? Being supported, being assisted, guided. Okay, and now it's just time to slowly come back now. Probably some of you didn't want to come back. That's always a good place to be in there. And hopefully you've got some really good impressions and a vision about what that's looking like, feeling like, sounding like for you. Okay, so just time to come back now. So we'll just go back to, I'll just go back to sharing my screen with you, and there's just a few more things I'd like to just talk to you about. Okay, so we'll just okay, so a few secrets then, a few points and a few things to share. So there is infinite abundance in the world. If you're running the program or the belief that there isn't, then that'd be a good one to work on as well, to tap that out. But from some of my research that I uncovered, there are approximately 1,826 billionaires in the world, per the Forbes list in 2015. And there are 15 million millionaires in the world. So there is plenty of wealth, and it's that these numbers are still growing. So we're the ones that are blocking it, but help is at hand. So there's help coming to assist you. Jacqueline's here to help you a bit. So a few things to keep in mind. So some of these are kind of not rocket science, but there is so much underneath this. So first of all, we need to be really crystal clear about what it is that we want. So it's not enough just to say, oh, I need the grocery shopping, or I need money for the holiday. But we really need to drill down in what exactly is going to be on that shopping list. What do you need in that? What's it going to look like? What's the size, the color, the shape of the car? What year is it? Whatever it is you're talking about. So getting really, really clear about what you want. So often I work with clients and they're not clear about what they want. So that is actually what they are producing. What they are getting is what they don't want. So get really, really, really clear about it. So you can write that down. And then being open to receive. So for many of us, we complain and grizzle because we're not receiving, but there is something that is blocking it. So really being ready to receive. So if someone offers you a compliment, if someone offers you to shout you for a coffee or for lunch, being really open and grateful for that. One good little tip there really is to record what you are receiving. So any money, any wealth that comes to you in a variety of forms. So it could be, yes, it could be an income source from work, but it could be other things. It could be when someone gifts you something. It could be when you find money on the street. So, and being really open to receive it and not kind of rejecting it, pushing it back. I think a key one here is about gratitude. Gratitude is just such a powerful emotion, such a powerful tool. So being grateful for all that you have. So valuing your wealth in all its different forms. So that might be, yes, it might be the wealth in your bank account currently. It might be the wealth of the roof that's over your head. It might be the wealth in terms of your work, your health, your relationships. So being really grateful for everything, because remembering what I said before is what you're focusing on is what you're going to be getting more of. So as we are grateful for things, more will come to us. And what we need to do is to remove all the obstacles from having and receiving money. So some of that work we've done a little bit today, we just sort of just so that you can sort of get the flavour of it if you haven't experienced this before, is about doing that, is identifying those obstacles and then removing it so that then money can flow to us and abundance can flow to us and wealth can flow to us. So money loves joy. So finding things that bring you joy in terms of how you're living your life, how you're contributing, what your purpose of life is. And then often money will follow. Money will follow. So money follows joy. And you'll notice the name of the program, Joyful, Wealthy and Worthy Me. So another key one is to clear up your environment, declutter your house, your wallet, your purse and your mind, because they're all intrinsically linked really. So clearing things out and having a clear space so that you can receive, so there is space to receive, is very, very important. Now there's lots of others that I could share with you, and hopefully I will in the future. There'll be an opportunity, but this is as much as I've got time to get into this hour of power. So just moving on. So what's next? What's the next opportunity? Well, I have been researching and pulling together a fantastic program, and this is the real mother of programs, and it's called the Joyful, Wealthy and Worthy Me, Ultimate Online Interactive Money, Wealth and Worthiness Breakthrough Seminar, webinar course. So as I said, I'm basing this on all the studies that I've done, all the learning that I've done over a number of years, and I said I have been very, very successful in all aspects really of the finance area, and feeling very, very, very grateful for that. And I feel that I'm in a strong position to be able to share that, and I'm willing to share that with others. Alongside all of that, I have got a number of fantastic tools that I can show you and put together. Tonight was just a little kind of experience of that moving forward. So let's move on and look at this in a little bit more detail. So the program that I have put together now is interactive. So there'll be a group. It will be super powerful. It will be fun, and it's practical coaching in 6 weeks. And we'll be doing this via Zoom, so we can connect all over the world. So I ran a webinar the other day, and we were connecting with America, Ireland, Australia, and all over the place. So it's a fantastic a way to do that, and Zoom's really easy to use, and it's very easy to download if you don't already have that. So there'll be 6 live weekly sessions of 1.5 hours, and the recordings will be available. So if you're not able to make them, or the time difference is too difficult, then you can get the replays where you need to. So it's very, very results orientated. I'm a really practical person, and there'll be practical skills to assist you on your journey to wealth and prosperity. I'm pretty sure, I will almost guarantee that you will find this life-changing in a variety of ways. There will be worksheets and resources to support you, because I believe that's really helpful in terms of being on that journey. And included in this will be a one-on-one powerful transformation session with me as a transformational guide. And this is usually $195 per session, but that's going to be included in this. And in that session, we're going to be able to really get down to unearth what your drivers are, what are some of those unconscious beliefs, and a whole lot more, which will really help support you in this fantastic program to actually break through to what you desire. There's going to be a private Facebook group to support you, and will be a great community. There's some amazing people gathering at the moment to join this community. I've run webinars before, and it's been absolutely awesome, and a lot of benefits to working in a group environment. So I'll be using some cutting-edge, powerful techniques and resources building on what we've been doing tonight. But you will get amazing results. So yeah. Let's move forward. So, okay, key topics that we're going to be looking at is the basics on how the mind works. So I'll be going in a bit more detail than what I've kind of covered tonight. We're going to be identifying your vision, your why for wealth, and your values. So this is critical in terms of what's underpinning it and kind of where you're going. We'll be looking at identifying and releasing some of those limiting beliefs and repeat patterns. So we've just, I just gave you a little taster tonight about that. But that is really critical in what is actually steering you. And often they're unconscious. We're not aware of them, as I talked about before. So we're going to be releasing some old memories, traumas, events, mistakes, failures, and pain around money. And we're all holding those. Well, we all were holding them, so we want to clear them out, get them out of that cupboard. We want to identify and release self-sabotaging behaviour. So this is often a common one, and we're often not aware that we're doing that. So, essentially it's trying to keep us safe, but we want to upgrade that and find new ways of taking care of ourselves. We're going to identify and release all the fears around being wealthy. So we'll go down a lot deeper than we were able to do tonight. And we're going to discover easy ways to attract wealth and discover your own inner wealth. We'll be using practical tools and skills to develop wealth and abundance, including a wealth plan and these cutting-edge techniques. So if you're ready to free yourself from the chains of poverty and poverty consciousness or not having enough, and ready to step into wealth, freedom, and living your dream, then it's time to get started. Fortune favours the bold. Let's get going. So from previous webinar courses, here's some of the feedback. There's so much, but here's just a little bit of the feedback that came forward. So creating a space where you're able to really dive deep to find, clear, and release all that is holding you back, and having some amazing shifts and feeling that, seeing that unfolding in people's lives. So Pam Wright, Master Fast EFT practitioner, said that she loved the program and how it all went, and I think you did a sensational job. Deirdre McGuire was also on this program, on one of these other programs, and is going to be on the next one for the money too. So a great platform to learn, grow, and shine together. An amazing course for anyone wanting to experience more joy in their lives. Clearing out and completely unrealized beliefs that have held me back. The results of being part of the program will be felt for many years to come for both me and my children. And somebody also here, so V, saying that she had a lot of initial resistance, but she noticed a deeper peace within her, a lot more acceptance of herself, and that she'd highly recommend Jacqueline's webinars to anyone. So that's just a little snippet. So, you know, the stage is set, folks. I've got everything ready for you, and we kick off on the 12th of October until the 16th of November on Thursdays for a lot of the world, and in the USA, in America, it's on a Wednesday. It will be at 7 o'clock in the evening for an hour and a half, Adelaide time. Now, you can spend thousands of dollars on a course like this, a comparable course like this, presented and facilitated by a professional facilitator like myself, with the credentials behind it and the experience and the living proof of it. You could spend thousands, but I really wanted to make this more affordable to reach people. So, you know, could spend thousands. I'm saying you're saving hundreds, and I'm really making it at that low price of an investment of 249 Australian dollars. So that probably would be about 190 US dollars, something like that. So there are limited numbers, and it will only be available now for a limited time. So by the time you get to see this, you probably need to act very, very quickly. So you need to, if this feels like this might be right for you, it's a good fit for where you're at, where you feel like you'd like to go. You need a little bit of help along the way. 6 weeks is a good amount of time to work on a lot of these areas. And it would be a great privilege to have you with us and joining the group that are already assembling of amazing, amazing souls and entrepreneurs in their own right. So if you're ready, you can book up with me, and moving on. One of the key principles I talked about earlier, that we are successfully producing what we hold. So what do you want to produce? What do you want to experience? So this poor lady here, this poor soul here, is getting all that stress and struggle around money. Or would you like to be moving to living in unlimited abundance and feeling the joy of that and all the freedom that goes with that? So the choice is yours. So thank you so much for listening. I'll just stop that now and just come back. Thank you so much for listening and following along, and hopefully you have gained some knowledge from it, and you've definitely had the tapping experience and have been able to tap along, and all tapping is good, and you know, there's lots more. There's so much more that I'm willing, ready and able to share with you. It would be a privilege to have you on our journey, and I really look forward to hearing from you. If you are interested, you can go to my website, which is www.joyofliving.net.au, or you can contact me via Laura. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. I wish you well, and I wish you joyful, wealthy, and worthy you. Okay, lots of love to everybody. Thank you so much for your time. Over and out. Good day.